Sarvavedanta Siddhanta Gocharam Tamagocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmiham. Verse number 529, 28 onwards. Gachan tishthanupavishan Shayano vanyathapiva Yatechaya vased vidvan Atma Rama Sada Munihi Nadesha Kala Sanadi Yamadi Lakshadya Viksha Pratibadha Vritte Sansiddha Tattvasya Mahatmanosti Svavedaneka Niyamadhyapeksha Nadesha Kala Sanadi Niyamadi Lakshadyapeksha Pratibadha Vritte Sansiddha Tattvasya Mahatmanosti Svavedaneka Niyamadhyapeksha Svavedaneka Niyamadhyapeksha. That last line itself is good enough for everything. I hope you understand the very, very powerful message that is conveyed through that simple line. Of course, it comes after 527 verses. But that is the summum bonum, the sum and substance of the entire message, where you cannot escape the understanding of yourself, because it is so easy. In the beginning stages, if you tell to an individual, it is very easy, you don't need to do anything, the person will find it extremely difficult to grasp. Because for the average individual, the whole life's complication has started with doing so many things in a wrong way, with wrong conclusions, and therefore he finds it extremely difficult to understand that to be with himself, to be free, to be happy with himself, he doesn't have to do anything. Long before I appreciate I am the happiness, I am the bliss, we have already looked for that happiness in various sensations of life. That is the most important conditioning. Very, very strong conditioning, where we have equated sensations with happiness. Every child does it, understand? Every child does it. You eat a nice sweet, and what the child says, "Oh, it is so sweet, I love it, I'm so happy." Meaning, sweetness and happiness connected. The balloon is so cute, nice color, I'm so happy. So color of the balloon and happiness connected. Mommy gives him a chocolate, gives him a pat, gives him a kiss, gives him a hug. Then we feel so comfortable. I love my mommy, I'm so happy with the mommy. Understand, from the day one, we have been going through these things. And for how many years? Until one day you are tired of those sensations of life. You never get tired. Experiences cheat you. You want to continue with the sensation, but suddenly you discover it's not available. You are fed up not because you have enough, but because on what you depended, that something or somebody deceives you. Your world collapses. Understand? Your whole world collapses under your feet. You thought money will give you security, money goes. You thought relationship will give you security, relationship disappears. You thought job will give you security, of course it goes away. Anything that you thought will give you security and left to yourself, you would have loved to continue it. But the time plays truant. Either the time snatches it or the person other side changes. He or she is no more in love with you. He or she is no more interested in you. He or she is no more your security, cover. Suddenly your world collapses. Your job goes away. Job is taken away. You love to be the job is taken away. You love to have your bank balance. Cyber crime. Everything is transferred. You can't trace it back. Finished you are. So by the time you get the first knock of your deception, frustration, already 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years of life gone. Some people who literally, that is why most people sleepwalk through life. In the absence of a situation to challenge their conviction, in the absence of situations to challenge their conclusions, the person thinks, I have been very, very lucky. You have not been lucky. Your life, you are soft pedaling. That is why the moment from within your arrangement something goes away, you are totally devastated. You hold on to money, money goes, you are finished. You hold on to a relationship, relationship ends, you are finished. You hold on to a job, the job goes, you are finished. Same thing also, you hold on to an idea and the idea is challenged, you are finished. Please understand, friends, by depending, nobody has become ever independent in life. But our life begins with dependence. To such a person, if the first somebody listen to this 529 verse for the first time, and then somebody tells us, none of these things are necessary to be understand yourself. You say, what? You can't believe it because it literally takes the wind out of yourself. You are so helpless. Because what all you hold as sacred, what all you hold as something precious, what all you hold something which will bless you, suddenly is taken away. So by the time you are tired of experiences of life, already mind is strongly conditioned. Appreciate. Very, very strongly conditioned. That is why people cannot grasp this reality, because it's like you have to cross a huge barrier of conditionings. Added to that, religious conditioning. There is no happiness here. There is no chance of happiness here. Only after your death you will get the some type of a bliss. Life is misery. Man is mortal. These are the type of statements which have gone into the very system of the individual. And to be happy almost is a crime. To be smiling is an impossibility. So by chance somebody gives you that message that you are the happiness, you are the bliss, person cannot take it. That is where people say it is all romantic idea. Dream ideologies, imaginary, fictitious propositions. Understand? It is like a child who, when in the womb of the mummy, has helped in begging. The mummy showed the womb, begged. When the child was born, he was put on the shoulder and helped the mummy to beg. When his 2-year-old starts walking and begging, 5-year-old is like a born beggar. Never has eaten any good food at any time, always hand to mouth. To him, if you talk about royal dinner of Queen Elizabeth, 5-star dinner of 5-star hotel or nowadays 7-star hotels, what does he understand? He shall think you are just guessing. There is no great food festival. He doesn't even know food. What is the talking of festival? So the person also who has been begging through his life, continuously begging, depending, organizing sensations of various kinds, organizing various factors to make a moment, create a moment of happiness. To such a person, if you say, happiness is effortless, natural, instantaneous, here and now, meditation, your nature, immortality, you are. For him, it will be a fictitious cock and bull story. Understand? So long before you come to this, please appreciate. So many steps are to be taken. You analyze your own experiences. Appreciate yourself who you are. That is because Swavedene, knowing yourself, ka niyamadi apeksha. What shall you do? What shall you wait to be yourself? It is like this. The moment you keep quiet, listen carefully. How long does it take for the silence to take over the moment you keep quiet? I have been talking for 1 hour. So the moment I stop, it takes 1 hour to silence to come back. Huh? The moment I stop, it's not that I create silence, already existing. To be conscious, how long does it take to be conscious? You have been unconsciously living, listen carefully. Appreciate that point. Unconsciously living means not that you are not conscious. You are not conscious that you are not, understand, you are not conscious that you are conscious. That is unconscious living. Unconscious living does not mean you are sleeping. Unconscious living means you are not conscious that you are conscious. Take that statement and think over it, please. Unconscious living is you are moving with the thought, moving with the ideas, flowing with the situation, and therefore helpless if there is a little obstruction somewhere. It's like a child, just like a child. The child is playing with the toys. The child is playing with the balloon. And very sweet, very happy. Very happy means what? Very contented with himself, he is playing. Take the balloon out and see what happens. Are you getting that? The moment you take the balloon out, what happens to the child? His world collapses. Oh, he will bring the roof down. Why? Because he is unconsciously playing with he doesn't know that time that he is happiness with himself. He is now unconsciously playing. Now imagine the same child there. Time has changed. Now there is a 2-year-old. Now there is a 5-year-old, same place. The toys have changed. From balloon, it is now chessboard or Nintendo, some video game. Now it's 15-year-old, a tennis bat, computer game. Now it's 20-year-old, a girl or a boy. 30-40-year-old, some monetary transactions. Just imagine the same person sitting down there, but the playthings are changing. Take out the balloon, the child was crying. Take out the computer, the 15-year-old will cry. Take out the girl or the boy, the 25-year-old will cry. Take out the money, the security, the old man will cry. Take out the people, again the adult will collapse. Baby. Unconsciously living with the world, this is known as the sleepwalking through life. Unconscious. Unconscious does not mean you are sleeping. Are you getting that point, please? You must see, unconscious does not mean you are sleeping. The English word is rumba difficult, very difficult to test. When English word is in one dimensions. Unconscious, subconscious, especially psychology is completely, destroys. It doesn't matter. It does its job. We are not here to talk about psychology. Don't worry about it. Unconscious living means what? You are not, when you say unconscious living, not that you are unconscious. You are a conscious entity. Even when you are living unconsciously, you are a conscious entity. Why do I say you are living unconsciously? Because you are not conscious that you are conscious. And flowing with the thought, flowing with the situation, thinking it shall be everlasting. That is why people, when they read these Mills and Boone stories, puppy love, everybody walks into the sunset. In life is not a romantic novel. Scripts change during your lifetime. Man goes, woman goes, something happens, job is taken away, your body collapses because of an untimely disease. Anything can happen. If you are consciously following, understand, if you are consciously living, you shall have the strength to live with it. If you are unconsciously living, you are heavily reacting to it. That is why if you are heavily reacting or heavily reacting, if you are reacting or heavily reacting, just to a poetry, you are unconscious. When you are consciously living, it's a very conscious, deliberate response to a situation. Take out the balloon, the child collapses, cries. If you are a conscious, grown-up individual, a job is taken away, something is gone. Okay, gone. A person goes from life, thing goes from life. It has to go. That it was there is a wonder. That is gone is not a wonder. Why? Who I am is always the same. who he is, always the same. So no time, nobody can move away from each other. I am the absolute, other person is absolute. But these things can change. When you are consciously living that life, nothing affects you anymore. That is why, because of your wisdom, because of your understanding of yourself, not that the world changes, but you change. Now you are unto the changeless absolute. Previously you were unconscious, now you are very conscious, consciously conscious. All the time aware of yourself. You don't make a mistake. And even if you consciously make a mistake, you know how to enjoy the mistakes also. You know, two things you can say. One fellow yesterday sent me an email. The Sardar, he was very angry because mosquitoes are biting him. You know, mosquitoes biting him, bedbug biting him. So he was very angry. And he wanted to kill them. The more he wanted to wish, the mosquitoes come back. And the mosquitoes have a tendency, they know where to reach, where you cannot reach. So that right in the center of the spine they will be sitting. You can't, you can go on twisting, you cannot reach it. And all these flies also, right on the top of your nose, in the eyebrow, you don't know how to. The ants have a tendency to go through your ear. Finished you are. Some animals, some little insects go through your ear. How comfortable. So the Sardar got very angry. He said, I'm going to kill them. So he did. They are all flying away, the room is stinking. Then he came up on the best idea. These fellows, I'm going to kill them all. I'm going to take poison. So he took the poison. Now if you take the poison, who dies? You die. To make other people understand things, you get angry. Whom are you killing? It is like Sardar poisoning himself. You want to poison yourself, very angry. Now when you get angry, what happens to them? Nothing. When you take poison, the mosquitoes still come and go away. They don't care, it doesn't matter. But you are already dead. When you are heavily reacting, unconsciously reacting, and therefore you think you are showing your strength, in reality you are showing your weakness. Because you are unconscious. Understand? When you are a conscious individual, please. And that is what happens. Long before you appreciate about yourself who you are, huge conditioning is already in the head. Political, social, religious, different types of conditionings are inside, which you have picked up, you yourself have concluded, or others have helped you to conclude. To such a person, suppose you say, Svavedaneka niyamadhyavekya, the fellow who is always looking for happiness everywhere, and that is how his life is. You tell him, you are happy with yourself. What shall he say? Nuts. He doesn't understand. He cannot grasp it. So that is why, long before you give this statement, you take them slowly back onto themselves. Appreciate. Please appreciate that. What is that? What are the things you do, the apeksha, depending upon? Nadesha kala sanadi kiyamadi. Desha, kala, asana, dik, yamaniyamadi, lakshadhi apeksha, apratibadha vritte. Apratibadha vritte, the one who is free with himself, he does not depend upon these things. What are they? What place he should sit down, kala, what time he should sit down or should not sit down, desha, kala, niya, asana, what posture he should have, whether it is a lotus or sukhasana, just an ordinary posture, dik, which direction he should look, left side, right side, east side, west, south, north, all these things. Yamadi apeksha, yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, all that stages, all these things. Breathing, what shall I do? This way, left nostril, left, right. Kumbhak, Purak, Rechak, all that stuff, whether to hold the breathing, beat the breathing, all these things. Na apeksha, apratibadha vritte. The person who is aware of himself, it doesn't matter what place he is sitting down, what time, where he is doing what. It doesn't matter what time, what type of breathing is taking place, left side or right nostril. Doesn't matter what direction he looks. Always he with himself. Now think, in contrast to this absolute freedom, the person who starts his life with certain niyamas, like you must, childhood onwards you have been told, you must, when you sit down and worship, you must look east and sit down. Yes. Now tell me, some people say, oh, these Muslims, they look west. Now, where do you think Hindus look? If gods are facing east and you are looking at God, which direction you are looking? Huh? West. It's not Muslim, Hindu. It's not, are you getting that point? They look at the west and pray. Not to say, oh, you Hindus pray looking at... You don't look at the east and pray. You can pray anywhere because sun is rising. If sun is rising, you are looking at the sun and praying. Are you not looking at the east? You are looking at the east. But if you are looking at a God, what is the way you are looking at it? The statues are, pratishtha is done looking at the east. So when you are looking at the statue, you are looking at the west. That is why this is a crazy thing. You can... In this tradition, there is no such fixed rules. You can do this way, you can do that way, you need not do also, it's a headache. Absolute freedom, complete freedom. Which way should you look? Which one is comfortable for you? Because or else you have to take a compass everywhere to do the worship. What are you taking for? I am going for a worship. So what is this compass for? You have to look for the direction. What a headache. As though by chance you look this way, that way, now God is a one-sided God, right? God is very much one-sided. Have you seen these buses driving on the road in Indian buses? The fellow will be going like this, one-sided. So the gods are also one-sided. Unless you look at east, you can't get him. Or unless you look at the west, he gets very angry. He may be she also. How can you say she? Recently Pope gave a strict injunction in London. This new latest Pope gives a new, strict injunction. Nobody must refer to God as anything other than He. He must have seen Him, Anyway, you know what it is. Are you getting that? Oh, why can't we see? Why can't we eat? But anyway, that's what it is. Who are we to say? If somebody believes. So these are the types of conditioning, direction in which I should look. As a child, do you have the strength to contradict? Understand? As a child, you have absolutely no strength to contradict any idea. Whatever mom gives, whatever papa gives, or whatever the society or friends or teacher gives, you are helplessly soaking it in. Helplessly soaking. Why do we speak English or Telugu or Tamil or Hindi or Spanish? Why? That's what your mom speaks. Mother tongue. Why didn't you say, no, I don't like this language. You teach me only French. I don't like this French. You teach me only Sanskrit. Can a child say, teach me only Sanskrit. I don't want any other language. Only Sanskrit. When your mommy is feeding you some vegetarian, non-vegetarian food, can you say, don't give me veg, only non-veg? Or don't give me non-veg, only veg? Can a child say? Why are you giving me this pant shirt? Give me a dhoti. Give me just a piece of cloth. Can you say that? What are you giving me 3-piece suit for? What choices have you got? Why are you giving me bread? Give me some wheat rice. Palai sadam, right? Why are you giving me idli? I want on olive oil, an Indian child. Can you ask? Are you getting that point, please? Must see. All these conditionings you have picked up from somebody. Without your choice, they have pushed it into you. Without your choice, you have already burdened by it. And you are happily sitting down thinking this is all a great idea, right? The worst thing you can ask. Are you getting that point? Just because it is in your head, is it right? Huh? Like anything printed is okay. Like today's people. If it is printed in the newspaper, it must be true. That is why the rascals are passing on absolute, lies as the information. So just because it's in your head, it's wonderful. Question. But whatever way you are conditioned, that is whatever way your thoughts are given, nobody has the time and the leisure to sit down and challenge and question. That is because along with these conditionings, also an idea is given, you shall not challenge all this. That is why religious conditioning becomes very, very dangerously, very strong and dangerously destructive. When you go to science class, physics class, mathematics class, secular studies, you are free to question anything you like. When you go to religious instructions, the teacher or the tradition, the theology takes care of your intellect first, makes you a prisoner of a thought and idea and says you should not question anything. That means you should hold on to whatever is given to you as the absolute truth. Unverified, but it must be accepted as the absolute truth. So by chance you are exposing yourself to another dimension, another type of thought, now you are suddenly disturbed because it completely goes against your all possible convictions. Are you getting that? Please. Why does a person feel shaken or disturbed? A person is worshipping a God in a particular form. Another person says, what nonsense this is. God is in all forms. That fellow is disturbed. Or suppose that man is he is a fanatic in that, only this form. Then he shall say, what is this nonsense? God is not everywhere. How can the tree be God? How can the monkey be God? How can the dust be God? Are you stupid? Because you don't know the philosophy of it, but you are simply following certain traditions, then you feel certain, hey, true, that is right. How can God be a monkey? How can God be a stone? True, maybe. You understand? Both people can be disturbed. Are you getting that point, please? Anybody can be disturbed. Just like an idea is given. Love means always smiling. Who said that? So no smiling, no love. Love means gift. No gift, no love. Strange conditioning. Are you getting that? Strange thoughts have been given. Love means early morning, everyday hug. Right? No more hugging, no more loving. Caring means whenever you come, you should bring a chocolate packet. You didn't bring chocolate packet, he doesn't care anymore. How do you judge whether somebody is caring for you or not caring for you? Because you have got a criteria inside. Caring means phoning up once in a while. Caring means smiling once in a while. Caring means giving a gift once in a while. No smile, no phone, no gift. Doesn't care. Finished. So by chance you come across a person who is not very expressive, you cannot love that person. Because you have that expectation. Just think, please. So many different types of thoughts have been given to us long before I am grown up to choose my thoughts, to accept or to reject. Already mass of information pushed into it already. And everything that is inside my head, I think that's right. Why? Just like the teacher cannot be wrong. The child thinks, teacher cannot be wrong. I told you that story. The child asks the teacher, what is the meaning of the word kingdom? The local teacher explains kingdom. King means Raja. Dumb means Boka. Dumb means, so dumb means foolish. King means king, okay? Emperor, Raja. So kingdom means foolish king. It's a dumb king, king. With the local fellow, local man doesn't know the English. So if he thinks dumb means foolish, king is Raja. So kingdom means foolish king. Now the child is very comfortable. What is the kingdom? He raises his hand. What does it mean? Foolish king. Now the whole class will smile, laugh. Are they laughing at the child or laughing at the teacher? Nobody knows the teacher has told him wrong. And the child is finished, victimized. So when a wrong idea is pushed as the right, and you have no right to question it, you feel uncomfortable everywhere. And the child will say, my teacher cannot be wrong. These fellows are all useless. They are simply laughing at me. Because you have the conviction, my teacher cannot be wrong. Exactly the same way, my religion cannot be wrong. My religious teacher cannot be wrong. Hey, nobody says your teacher is wrong. Nobody says your religion is wrong. We are not interested to find right or wrong. Find out what is right, what is wrong. What is logical. What is illogical. What is that which is true to your experience, anubhava. Take into account your experience and see whether you are absolute, whether you are happiness or object gives you happiness. Who are you? What you take yourself to be, whatever you have, are you that? Or you are somebody who is different from all that you have? One person gives you an identity, listen carefully. One person gives you an identity, another person tells you who you are, who is given that identity. Which one you should take? Do you understand what I am talking? Long before an identity is given to you, you are already existing. Why are you falling in love with an accepted identity? It's a picked up identity. And every identity is picked up in life. Are you getting that, please? You are a graduate, you picked up that identity, a degree, you picked up a degree. You are a husband or a wife, you picked up a relationship. Nobody is born husband and wife. You picked up a role of a mother or a father because the child is given, child is born. Yesterday, newspaper it came, the tallest man in the world, the Chinese boy, the Chinese man, tallest, 7 feet plus. Now got a baby. Last year he got married, he got a baby now. So he is the tallest father also. So far he was tallest man. Now he is the tallest father, but this baby is not that tall. Baby is some 60 centimeter or something, 60 centimeter something, which normal one will be 75 centimeter. The longest baby is 75. He is 60 centimeter or something. Think. So he was there. The father's role was not there. So when you go to a religion gives you an identity. You are the follower of this, you are the follower of that. So who is given the identity? So which one is more important? The identity that is given to you or you? To be yourself, what identity you should accept? Who are you? To say I, you don't have to know anything. But to say I am PhD, pick up a PhD. To say I am young, you wait until your youth comes. To say I am old, wait until your old age comes. Because old age has not come, you don't exist? I am young, I is existing, but I am not old yet. Why? Body is not yet old, but I am existing. Are you getting that point, please? I'm an evening person. In morning I am not active. So morning you are not active means are you absent? I'm a night person. I'm a day person. Think. So you are there, whether day or night. I am a person who does some breathing thing. So if when you are not breathing, you don't exist. I am a person who is a jogging person. When you are not jogging, are you not existing? Understand? A religious practice, what happens is, you think that is very, very important because unless that I do, I am empty. It is just like an addict without his dose of addiction. No thought must be an addiction. No role must be an addiction. Please. That is what when you see, that's the beauty comes. Are you getting that point, please? When you see yourself, so this doesn't happen. What? Desha, Kala, Asana, Dik, Yamadi, Lakshadi, Apeksha, Apratibadda Vritte. Apratibadda Vritte. One is free. Pratibadda means bound. Apratibadda Vritti, unbound. Total is free with himself. Such a person, none of these things. Na apeksha asti. To be himself, there is no need for a particular time, place, asana, pranayam, direction, dik, direction. None of these things are needed. The presence of a role doesn't create you. The absence of a role doesn't take you away. You are happy to play a role, you are happy to drop it. You are happy to practice something, you are happy to drop it. You are as comfortable with it, that comfortable without it. Understand, friends, at one time, when the body goes, along with it, physical practices will go. Can you do pranayam after your body dies? Right? To be free, I must hold my nose. No. If to be free, you have to hold your nose. When body gone, again you are bound, back to bondage, right? Because no nose to hold, right? Long before body dies, you are free from the hold of the body. Not that the body holds you, you hold on to the body. Not that the practices hold on to you. You develop a dependence on a practice, or practice helps the obsession. Huh? The practice develops the obsession, or you are obsessed with the practice? Understand? The thoughts affect you, or you are affected by a thought? Does a thought come to affect you? Does the rain come to torture you, or you are affected by the rain? You. The buck stops with you, begins with you, stops with you. Don't blame anybody. Yes, as a child, you can blame everybody because what you think, what you eat. Like when a child's stomach is upset, nobody blames the child, they hold the mother. What did you feed him? When the child's stomach is upset, do you question the child? Baby, what did you eat? Come on, tell me. No. You ask the mommy, what did you feed that fellow? When people are going religiously crazy, should you ask the student or you ask the teacher? What did you feed this fool? But because the student is adult, you don't question the teacher. You are questioning him. What did you eat? What are you doing? But he is a grown-up baby. Because if he is not a grown-up baby, if he is grown-up, sufficiently mature, he shall know what to accept, what to reject. That is why teaching is, in the process of teaching, you become more and more discriminating. Viveka, Vairagya, Samadhi, Satka, Sampatti. In the process of teaching, the teacher makes you so sharp that you get the capacity to question the teacher himself. In the process of teaching, if the teacher makes you so dull and stupid, not only don't question the teacher, you don't question anything else also. You become an absolutely glorious stone. Stoned in samadhi, you understand? Yep. What shall I say? Because as I tell you today, when you see the generation, educated youngsters, educated people, when it comes to religion, they swallow it lock, stock, barrel without questioning. Why? Because they are babies. You may be PhD in mathematics, but if you are speaking, if you are learning a language, Germany or French language first time, you have to begin with ABC. Just because you are a linguist, that does not mean you have to begin straight away in the language. You cannot. The person can be very well informed, but in the language of religion doesn't know anything. And so in the very beginning of the teaching, as you are exposed to that, all practice orientations, and in the teaching there is no thinking, but thoughts are given. Ready-made thoughts are given. How do you arrive at that thought? You understand? How do you arrive at that thought? Like people when they listen to, oh Swamiji, Upanishad, I listen to somebody, he was also telling same thing that I am the truth, I am the absolute. Yes, when he tells the same thing, he repeats the last statement. But in the Upanishad, that tells you how to go there, step by step. Somebody misses all the steps and takes you straight one, gives you a statement. If you are stupid enough, we shall say that this fellow is telling same thing. He doesn't speak the same thing. That is just a painting of a picture, painting of a moonrise. When somebody repeats a word, it's a painting of a moonrise. When somebody reveals the word, it is a realistic picture. Understand? How many people have the discrimination to understand that? Is who has the time and who has the leisure, who has the interest. Understand? So while learning, if the person has successfully destroyed your head, that you should not question, not necessary to question, this is the only thing, then you are totally blocked inside. A free mind is an exuberant mind. Total exuberance, completely open, 360-degree view. Not a tunnel vision. 360 degree, everything has a place. To know yourself, there is no need for a time, place, direction, practice, anything. Yet, to be alive, make use of the time, make use of a practice, make use of the place, make use of the space, make use of any habit. Which one is better? Choice is yours. You choose. I'm very happy with myself. Yes. What do? Going for a movie. What's wrong? I'm happy with myself. Yes. Then why are you going for a movie? What else to do? Spending some time. I'm very happy with myself. I'm not interested in movie. You go. Why? It's okay. It makes no difference to you. That is why you are not a person who is a rigid, tunnel vision. Only this. That is where you become exclusivist. This is the only thing. There is no such thing. Everything has a place, yet everything is useless. I am playing with the roles, I am the actor. There are no roles, still I am myself. Just because I am playing the role, I don't lose myself in the roles. Are you getting that point? So, see it very, very clear, very balanced. Sansidha tattvasya mahatmanosti. Sansidha tattvasya mahatmanah. One who is a Mahatma is not a title, but an aware of himself. Sansiddha tattva. The truth is accomplished, meaning he knows himself as the truth. For such a person, Svavedaneka niyamadi apeksha. To be with himself, there is no waiting for dawn, dusk, evening, morning, day, night, left, right, east, west, breathing, no breathing, chanting, no chanting, practice, no practice, whatever you do. I am always with myself. Remember that statement and work on it. And next he sees 2 verses, like a killer verses. It will shake up your mind. Just see like Ghatoyamiti vigyatum niyamo kyonnapekshate vina pramana sushtutvam yasmin sati padarthadihi ayamatma nitya siddha pramane sati bhasate nadesham napi vakalam nasuddhimba apekshate ghatoyamiti vigyatum niyamokanvapekshate vina pramana sushtutvam yasmin sati padarthadihi. In jnana, in knowledge, please understand, there is a difference between jnana and karma, knowledge and action. Action means all types of activities, practices, seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, smelling, all different types of activities. That is karma. Jnana is knowledge. Knowledge which you get which you pick up by the means of knowledge. This jnana karma vibhaga, you must see. These 2 verses clearly talks about it. This is the heart of the scripture. Unless you are a very, very traditional teacher, you will not know about it. Nobody will talk about it. Especially when you go to these days, this practice orientation, where you hold your nose, stand on your tail, like these, or don't eat garlic, don't look at these. These are all do's and don'ts, that variety. They won't even know the depth of this type of thought. Understand? Please, I'll explain it very clearly. See it very clearly, please. At this moment in our lives, every human life, the problem comes because of the ignorance of our own selves. Listen clearly, I'll see how it is. That the body is growing or changing is the nature of the body. Think clearly. Even if you don't want, body will change, body will age. Right or wrong? What is your contribution towards body's aging? Come on. What is your contribution towards body's aging? Faster aging, you can have a contribution. Faster aging, you can contribute. Why? Drink as much as you like, smoke as much as you like, eat as much as you like. For a faster aging of your body, you can contribute. Slow down the aging also, you can contribute. But the aging as such, what is your contribution? Okay, forget aging. For your breathing, what is your contribution? I choose to breathe. Choose not to breathe, let us see. Show me not breathing. You'll never breathe again. Understand? What choices you have? And the body is aging, body is not complaining. Does the body resist? Oh, I'm getting now older, my skin, it is now, the hair is all the grey now, balding. Oh, is the body worried? Who is worried? I am worried. Are you getting that point? I am worried. I am aging, I am growing old. Right. So, whose problem is this? So, aging is the body's problem or your problem? Your problem. So, which one you should, so to solve the problem, should you stop the aging of the body or you should know about yourself? You should know about yourself. What is New Age religion? Keep yourself young, keep yourself young. Who is telling? The guru who is going on a stick. There is one fellow, I don't want to tell the name. He is telling the Kaya Kalpa. Kaya Kalpa means your body shall be ever young. And himself has false tooth, false eyes, false everything. Nonsense. Even if you are a God incarnate, your body shall die. You shall be old. Understand? So the problem belongs to the body or to you? 99.9% people will say it belongs to body. If you can fix the body, Swamiji, my problem is my wife is behaving like this. My problem is my husband is... My problem is there is no job. My problem is there is no car. My problem is there is no house. If only I can have a nice house. If only I can have a nice boy or a girl. If only I can have a nice job. My problem is solved. I don't need anything. Then once you give him a boy or a girl, which type of boy or a girl? You give him a job, what type of job? If you give him money, how much? If you give him a house, which type of house? You understand? Whose problem is this? Please think over. Whose problem is this? You are imagining. If only the car is fixed, if only the house is fixed, if only the man or woman is fixed, job is fixed, if my nose is fixed. Some people are obsessed with different parts of the body. My eyes are like, my teeth is like this, if only I can make nice teeth, everything will be fine. I see. And you change your tooth, nobody even looks at it. Just think. Whose problem? So which one should be fixed? Individual must be fixed. But what are you fixing? Nice job should be there, nice career should be there, nice these things, nice painting, music, all these things should be there. Does not solve the problem. And religion means what? Doing the same mistake in a different name. Previously we were listening to rock and roll, you are listening to classical music, now you are listening to religious chanting. Are you getting that point? Previously you were lying down and stretching, now you are in Shavasana, relax. Understand? Previously you were heading over a company, now you are heading over a religious organization. Previously you were telling everybody good morning, good evening, nowadays you say Om Om. Or some such words which others don't understand. Or some gestures. There are things like that. I am not telling you jokes. Previously you were putting on anything, now pure white. White rice, white car, white bed sheet, everything white. Why? Purity. That is pure. What about you? That you don't understand. The bedsheet is pure, but who is lying down on the bed? Then why don't you get your pigmentation from yellow, brown, white, 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 white? Previously you are normally breathing, now you are torturing your nose. Think. Hey, it has its own impact, no problem. But the person has become now religious. Previously you could talk to him anything, now very difficult. Because he is religious. It's so difficult to talk to a religious fellow. Ask him, shall you go for a movie? Huh? Movie? Yo. You should not watch movie. What about the food? Huh? No. Not like that. I eat only this type of food. Why don't you travel? Only first class. Why? Religious, no? Others should not touch me. Strange behavior comes up in life. Please. All these things, who is doing? I. Individual. So you have to know about yourself. So the problem is not what you do. Problem is who you are. Are you getting that point? If you don't get this much, I don't know what else to do. Problem is not what you do. Problem is who you are. You understand? This should be like a graffiti again, a statement. The whole world is passing judgment on what you do. But everybody forgets who you are. What you do is more important than who you are. That is why people can deceive everything by doing something which is acceptable. You cheat everybody. You cheat everybody in the world by doing something which is acceptable. But who you are is your number one rogue. Like a mafia putting up a big holy institution. The fellow is a mafia, is a criminal. Corrupt contractor putting up a temple. Looking at him, what people will say? Oh, such a good man. I see. What is more important? Usually people think what you do is who you are. That is why through this facade of a good expression, a criminal passes. That is why religious people, they do good, but they are vicious. Many of these religious people in the name of service, just like NGOs, somebody is selling poverty, somebody is exploiting poverty, somebody is selling, exploiting ignorance, selling charity. Charity is a business. In the name of people you collect. Poverty is a business. Understand. Because good action, who you are is hidden behind that facade of good action. But who you are, because you are because you are seen through what you do, you can very well deceive the world by doing something good, but being a rogue inside. Suppose who you are is wise, happy with yourself, you don't mind even sometimes doing something which is visibly wrong. A child is playing. Instead of doing something, reading or something, is playing. The mommy says, don't do that. Go there, go and study. Or suppose the child doesn't do that, mommy lifts him up, the child cries, they take him out. The outside world, what shall they say? This mother, what type of mother is this? She is a Rakshas, demon, insensitive, hitting the baby. Now you meant to say the outsiders are more concerned about the baby than the mother? Because of her motherly care, she is forcing the baby. Why? When tomorrow the baby grows out to be stupid, outside world will not be there to suffer. It is the child and the mother who will suffer. So who is doing it? Are you getting that point, please? Who? So who you are is more important than what you do. From that you can see. Which one is more important? The practice or you? The breathing or you? The sitting down or you? The place or you? The time or you? The chanting or you? The singing or you? The so-called meditation or you? You. And at this moment, we are not aware of ourselves. Our person is ignorant. To get rid of the ignorance, what should I have? Knowledge. To know about myself, I should have the knowledge. No action will help. Why is it so? Because, please listen. You want to see this flower. Come on. You want to see this flower. Suppose you are ignorant of this flower. To know it, what should you do? Come on. Simple thing. This is a flower. You are ignorant of the flower. You don't know about the hibiscus. To see the hibiscus, to know the hibiscus, what should you do? Jogging for 5 kilometers. Right? And what are you doing? Swamiji, today I am doing some heavy breathing. Why? I am going to see the flower. What are you doing? I am going for a bath. Why? So that I can see the flower. To know the flower, you must see. Are you getting that? This is a flower. I am ignorant of the flower. If I am ignorant of the flower, I must have the knowledge of the flower. How do I get the knowledge of the flower? By the means of knowledge. Eyes are the means of knowledge. If my eyes don't see, I will never get the knowledge of the flower. Why is it so? Because two things are there. Karma, Purushatantra, Jnana, Vastutantra. Two things are there. In Sanskrit, this is the crux. Unless you are really traditionally exposed to the knowledge, you will not get this information. Karma, action, Purushatantra, dependent upon the individual. Jnana, knowledge, Vastutantra, knowledge is dependent upon the object. Because the action is dependent upon the individual, in action there is a choice. Do you understand that? Karma, Purushatantra, Jnana, Vastutantra. Because the karma, Purushatantra means action is dependent upon the individual. Knowledge is dependent upon the object. That is why, when in action there is a choice, in knowledge there is no choice. Are you getting that point, please? When action there is choice, in knowledge there is no choice. Why this action there is choice? You want to go to the gate. Think. You want to go to the gate. You want to go to the gate. There is an action. There is an action. You want to reach the gate. There is an action. Who should do it? Only you should do it. Can you say, hey, go for me. Go to the gate and come back. Can you? You have to do it. And it's totally dependent on you. Purushatantra. Totally dependent on you. That is why you can go kartum sakyam, akartum sakyam, anyatha va kartum sakyam. Kartum sakyam, you can do. Akartum sakyam, you need not do. Anyatha va kartum sakyam, you can do as you like to do. These three choices are yours. Because you have to go to the gate. You can go, you need not go, or you can go, why straight? I go around like that. Why don't you go to the Adianamalai village? You can go this way, take a left turn. Other person, no, I want to go round the hill and go there. All right. Choice is yours. If you want to go for 12 feet, if you want to go 12 kilometers, why not? Choice is yours. No, I don't want to go. Okay, you don't go. Why? Because this is action, understand, karma. Whereas, jnana vastu tantra. Jnana is knowledge. This is the flower. This knowledge is not dependent on you. You cannot say, jnātum sakyam, I can know it. Ajñātum sakyam, I need not know it. Anyatha jnātum sakyam, or I can know it as a fruit. Are you getting that point, please? Knowledge is dependent on the object. Either you know it as it is, or you don't know. There is no choice given to you. In knowledge, there is no choice given to you. In action, there is a choice given to you. You know why modern generation unconsciously falls for action and practices? Because there are choices. In knowledge, there is no choice. Either you know yourself or you don't know yourself. So not many people are comfortable with it. But that is how the problem is solved. What can you do? Whereas are you getting that? That is why, please, in happiness there is no choice. But in sensation there is choice. Please see, if you can subtly you can connect it up. In happiness there is no choice, but in sensation there is a choice. Somebody says, I want to watch a movie, then only I will be happy. Other person, no, I want to listen music, I will be happy. Other person, I want to taste, I will be happy. Other person, I want to touch, I will be happy. I want to see, I want to be happy. So in sensations, that is actions. Actions which lead to sensations, you have a huge choice. That is, it's a huge industry. Happiness industry is a huge industry. Music, million kinds. Touches, so many kinds. Tastes of so many kinds. Smells of so many kinds. Sights of sightseeing. Abba. How many sightseeing? Never ending. No choice, understand, there are so many choices. For happiness, you are the happiness, there is no choice there. You have to know yourself. Listen carefully. You have no choices. Like the jnanam, knowledge, please see. If this is flower, I can know only, I will know the flower as flower. There is no choice. I can't say, I can know it, I need not know it, or I can know it as a rose. There is no such thing. Same thing. When it comes to yourself, you can't say, I can know myself, I need not know myself, or I can know myself as a doctor, engineer, happy, unhappy. That is the problem. That is why you are in trouble. Your problem is, are you getting that? Your problem is, in knowledge, you have exercised choice. In action, you can exercise choice. Are you getting that point? But in knowing yourself, there is no choice. But unconsciously, in the name of freedom, in the knowledge, you have taken the choices. What is wrong if I say I am a non-believer? There is something wrong because you don't know about yourself. I am not worried about your disbelief. I am worried about you. What is wrong if I follow this? Who says not? I'm not worried about what you follow. I'm worried about you. You should know about yourself. What you follow is not my business. What you don't follow is not my business. What you don't see, what you see. What you do, what you don't do. What you talk, what you don't talk. What you teach, you don't teach. What you touch, you don't touch. What you see, you don't see. Is none of my business, is nobody's business. But do you know yourself? Now you can say, no, I don't have to know myself. Who is talking that? I don't have to know myself. If you say, I don't have to know engineering, I can 100% agree with you. If you say, I don't have to know physics, I can 100% agree with you. I don't have to know myself. If you don't know yourself, how are you going to function? Because you don't know yourself, you have taken yourself to be somebody else other than you. You have exercised a choice where there is no choice. In action, you are rigid. See that difficulty. In the religious practices, you are rigid. In eating this or not eating this, you are rigid. Where you should be flexible, you are rigid. And where you should be totally rigid, you are flexible. In knowing about yourself, there is no flexibility. There is no choice. Either you know or you don't know. Understand? Amazing. Do you understand that? Please think for yourself. In being yourself, what is your choice? Sitting down, getting up, choice. Sleeping, going for a jogging, choice. Walking, not walking, choice. Chanting, not chanting, choice. Breathing in a particular way, not to breathe in a particular way, choice. It's all are there. Reading a book, not to read a book, choice. Eating a food, not eat a food, choice. Touching something, not to touch something, choice. But being yourself? Can you say, I can be myself, I need not be myself? No choice. Are you getting that point? That is why rigidity in practices makes you totally out of tune. You miss the bus. So in many religions, many theology, many groups, what do they? Rigid practices. That is why they will say, oh, Hinduism is a very permissive religion. Naturally, practices are all optional. Does it suit you? Yes. Doesn't suit me? Dump. Choice is yours. But everybody is like that. How does it matter to you? You choose yourself. Why are you thinking whether the other fellow is going or not doing? That is why you don't have religious police. You don't have moral police. You don't have religious policing. You know, do this, don't do this, do this, should not do this, should. Hey, who told you? Every type of heretic can survive in this country. Makes no difference. Why? Some example is always there. You believe in God? Yes. There are few guys are like that. Other fellow don't believe in God? That also is okay. I do this ritual, fine. I don't touch that ritual, good. I like only mother image, hang on. I like only babies, beautiful. I like only animals, excellent. I don't like any form, whatever you like. Permissive. Free. But you can't have a choice and say, I can be myself or I need not be myself. Not allowed. Not allowed. And in this rigidity, you are blessed. You better be yourself. If I say you better be yourself, you better be free, Are you getting that point? When I say you better be yourself, you better be free, imagine. Who are you blessing? When you better be yourself, you are yourself. Who is gaining? Tell me, teacher is gaining or student is gaining? The teacher insists on freedom. You be yourself. You are happy with yourself. No, don't tell me that. I want to be with you, then only I will be happy. Get lost. Be happy with yourself. It's like a child holding on to mommy. No, I don't want to go to residential school. Baby, get off. You want to build your future? You better get off. Go to that residential school. No, mommy, I want to stay with you. Not that mommy doesn't like the baby. But for baby's sake, mommy leaves him alone. And when the student holds on the teacher, teacher says, get lost. Why? Not that he doesn't like the student. Free. Be free with yourself, then you choose. To be this or that, choice is yours. Are you getting that? So, in knowing myself, in knowledge, there is no choice. Ignorance keeps me away from myself. Who are you? Whatever I say about myself is a mistake. Because who are you? I am a man. Body is a man. Body is a woman. You are not a man. Listen. I told you my experience in another country. A person comes to do something in a particular lecture. Program is over. The person was singing some song. After singing some, he was introduced to me. After the introduction, naturally, I say namaste, but the person is extending the hand, so it will be rude for not to take the hand. So I took the hand. And after the thing was over, I had a little doubt. I told that person who had organized my program, I said, that girl sang nicely, but when I was shaking the hand, it's so hard, very, there is no softness. It's a woman, na? You know what he says? Swamiji, he is a man. I say, what? He was a man, now he has changed himself to a woman. So, when you change yourself to a woman, what happens? The body remains as it is, no? Some muscles will go here and there, but then the hand is that big, the hand is very strong. It is not a feminine hand, it is just a totally masculine hand. I say, oh, it feels so funny. But then what to do? He is comfortable with that way in his body. Who am I to say it is not nice? That's not my business. But see that? The body is a man, the body is a woman. Previously the same fellow was telling, I am a woman, I am a man. Now the same person will say, I am a woman. Who has changed? He has changed or body has changed? You understand, today you can understand things very clearly. This example Shankara could not have given. Because Shankara's time there is no sex change. Suppose you say, when you are married, Shankara never thought a man will ever marry a man. Or a woman will marry a woman. My wife. Who is that, my wife? My husband? No, partner. Why? The husband, wife gone. Because it can be a man also. Shankara will give this example. When he comes to this, he say, what is this? He won't be surprised because a wise man is never surprised. Infinite possibilities. Think. So you have never changed. Your body has changed. But you have not changed. You are the same. So every time, whenever you are asked who you are always giving an identity about yourself, what you have, not who you are. That is because you are ignorant of yourself. Now if you are ignorant of yourself, you must know yourself, and this knowledge depends on the vastu. Like the knowledge of the flower depends on the flower, the knowledge of yourself depends on the self. You must know the self as you are, not as you like. Are you getting that point, please? In knowledge, understand, in knowledge, you must know it as the object is, not as you like. You should be who you are. You can't say what I like. If you take yourself to what you like to be, what happens? Problem comes. That is where you lose yourself. That is why jnana, knowledge. And what he says? Example, beautiful example. Ghatoyamiti vigyatum niyama koba anu apekshate. Ghatayamiti vigyatum ko niyama apekshate. To know this is a, Ghata means he gives an example of a pot. To know this is a pot. To know this is a flower. What is the niyama apeksha? What is the, what disciplines you are waiting for? What are the laws against or for it? This is a flower, this is a flower. What other conditions he should fulfill? Except sushtu pramanatvam, the right means of knowledge. To know the color of the flower, I must use my eyes. To get the smell of the flower, I must use my nose. To get the feel of the flower, I must use my skin. Are you getting that point, please? Because this is knowledge. So, right means of knowledge must be given. Okay? Whereas, to act, there are a million choices. You want to go to London? Yes. How? Through east or west? No, I am going to go to Alaska, then fly to Sweden, then come to... You can, as you like. And I want to walk. Okay, walk. I am going through all the Middle Eastern countries and walk. Take a bus ride. Then I reach. Okay. Now I am going to roll. Roll. Or I don't want to go. Don't go. Why? Because it is away from you. Are you getting that point, please? Think. Just like, listen carefully, just like mala is on my neck. This is in my neck. And now I have lost sight of it. Ayo. Now you do that sometimes. You will have this, let us say this is a cell phone. You will have this cell phone in your hand. I will say, where is the cell phone? Where is the cell phone? It's all in your hand. Holding the ticket, bus ticket in the hand, you look for the bus ticket. Holding the car key in your hand, suddenly you think, where is the car key? Now think. When you have, understand, when there is a distance between who you are and where you want to be, there are choices. You are in Tiruvannamalai. You want to be in London. There is a distance. You can go as you like. Choices are there. You may go, you may not go, you can go as you like. But you are in Tiruvannamalai. Listen carefully. You are in ashram. You are in ashram. You are standing in the ashram. First time you are coming, you standing in the ashram and you are asking, where is the ashram? How many ways you can reach? What is the one which creates distance now? Ignorance creates the distance. This is a beautiful example. Ignorance creates the distance. In case of the object which is far away, knowledge creates distance. I am here, not in London. This knowledge creates the distance. That is why you have to be in trouble. That is why more knowledge of the object, more problem. Car, not with me. House, not with me. Food, not with me. This diamond, not with me. Everything that you know which is not with you. Therefore, how many problems for human beings? Billion problems. Million problems. Are you getting that? Because anything I come to know about is not with me. And therefore, I have to work for it. Okay. Inanimate object, you can work for it and get it also. Because inanimate objects have no choice. Suppose you purchase a car and you drive. Will the car on the road say, don't take me home, I am already belong to somebody. Don't park me in your house. I don't like these hilltop houses. When I go into the hill, my head reels. Leave me down and go. Will the car say that? Objects have no choices. When it comes to another human being, you become into trouble. Suppose you want a house, you want a car, you want a dog, you want thing, you take it as you like. But if you want to take another man or woman home, can you live with me or can you be with me? Other one say, no. What type of house? What type of food? What type of person you are? I show million interviews. But if you purchase a car, the car will not interview you. Are you a left-hander, right-hander? Left side drive, right side drive. The car will not say that. Do you speed driving or slow driving? Slow driving, I don't like to be driven slow. Huh? Don't take me to your house. Only speed driving. Or I don't like speed driving. If 10 kilometers, oh, what are you going 100 kilometers per? I'm not going. The car stops. Does it happen? That is why easy to handle all the billions of different sense objects. Inanimate sense object. Animate sense object, dogs you can handle. Only your dog. Others' dog also you can handle. Human being beyond control. Why? You yourselves are beyond control for yourself. You don't know how to handle your own mind. Therefore, another mind, your hand is full. When your own mind you cannot handle, how are you going to handle another mind? It becomes very, very difficult. That is why wooing, talking, bringing him or her to your own line of thinking. Oh boy, boy, boy. What a headache. And after bringing all these things, suddenly the fellow goes crazy. I'm going. You thought you have made it. Now the fellow will live like a dog in the house. Or something like, if you don't like that word, okay. Now I think it's okay. Now suddenly, boom, I'm going. Why? The mood has changed. You can't say, why your mood is changing? That is what human beings are. Understand? Action, please see. So whatever is away from you, to get it, there are a million ways. Who you are looking for happiness and you are happiness. You are looking for Tiruvannamalai, you are in Tiruvannamalai. You are looking for ashram, you are standing in the ashram. What creates the distance? Ignorance. What will take it in ignorance? Knowledge. And what is the knowledge? Listen, how do you get the knowledge? Right means of knowledge. Sushtu pramanatvam. Right means of knowledge. Listen carefully. Think. Please think. I'll make it very simple. To see the flower, what is the means of knowledge? Eyes. You have got 5 means of knowledge. To hear a sound, means of knowledge is ear. To touch something, means of knowledge is skin. To smell something, means of knowledge is nose. Okay? To taste something, means of knowledge is tongue. Now, when you are standing already in Tiruvannamalai, you are standing in the ashram and looking for ashram, there is a distance. Why? Because you don't know. The ignorance is a distance. So, this ignorance, how will it go? What is the means of knowledge? Because, standing here, you are already experiencing it. Experiencing means what? Your pramana, your means of knowledge are used. You are seeing the place, still don't know it. You are touching the place, standing on it, still don't know it. You are smelling the whole place, still you don't know it. You can say you are testing the whole place, that also you don't know it. You are hearing the sounds of this place, still you don't know it. Then what shall be the means of knowledge? This is where the 5 means of knowledge goes away. There is only one means of knowledge comes. Sabda pramana. The sound, the words becomes a means of knowledge. Somebody who knows, he comes and reveals to you. You are here. These words become the means of knowledge. That is why Shastra is a pramana. The Upanishads are a means of knowledge which are like your eyes. They reveal the truth about yourself. Like eyes don't produce the flower. Eyes only report the flower. Your ears don't reveal, your ears don't produce the music, reveal the music. The words don't produce the truth that you are, only reveals the truth. Like when he says, you are in Tiruvannamalai, these words reveal it. That is why Shastra Pramana, the scripture, is like a means of knowledge used by the teacher. The teacher uses the word, you receive the knowledge. That is why preparation of the student, mind must be ready. Because for seeing this flower, flower is there, eyes are there, mind must be there. Suppose flower is, thoughts, your eyes are, but mind is somewhere, knowledge will not take place. Mentally ready, eyes are ready, flower itself is not there, knowledge will not take place. Flower is mentally ready, your eyes are blind, knowledge will not take place. Listen, truth is there, always there. There is no question of you being not there. The mistake can be two places, the teacher or the student, either the unpreparedness of the student mind or this teacher not knowing how to use the pramana, the means of knowledge. So this way teacher, that is they say, Jnananjana Salakaya, what is that verse? Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. To that Guru, my namaskar, who opened this eye of knowledge with the collyrium of wisdom. Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshu Unmilita. Opened the eyes of ignorance. That the eyes were like ignorance closed, he opened it. Did not give the truth, only opened the eyes. Your truth is yourself. Open the truth. Helped you to recognize what it is. So suppose the students say, just imagine the danger thing. The truth is always there. Suppose the student is ready, but the teacher says, you shall know. It's like telling, when you are standing in the ashram, shall I say you are in the ashram or you shall be in the ashram? When you are standing in the ashram, shall I say you are there or you shall be there? You are there. Shall I say you are the happiness or you shall be the happiness? You are the truth or you shall be the truth? So when the Guru says you shall be the truth, they put you in fantastic trips for the rest of your life. Do this, that is where conditions apply. You shall be, no? When you say you shall be the truth, conditions apply. If you are like this, if you are like this, if you are like this. Because the student teacher is wrong. Okay, the teacher is right. Revelation is correct. Truth is always there. The student is not prepared. Why? So many other ideas inside the head. If the student is not ready, only one person does not get the knowledge. When the teacher is not ready, everybody is useless. That is why the teachers have greater responsibility than the student. If the teacher does not know, should not open his mouth. If I know for myself, but like politics, religion is something where no qualification is needed. Anybody, some fancy dress, some fancy dadi, beard, or some fancy lifestyle, becomes a religious fellow. As a result, whole world is confused, fighting in the name of God and religion. Simple thing. Ignorance creates the distance, knowledge takes it away. For the knowledge, right means of knowledge must be there. When all the five means of knowledge at my disposal is gone, Sabda Pramana, words, become the means of knowledge. That is why Shastra, Upanishads, becomes like a means of knowledge. It does not impose itself upon you. Your eyes reveal the flower. But the existence of flower doesn't depend on your eyes. It does the job and goes away. Scriptures. The teacher reveals the truth and goes away. That is why pramana. And this pramana, when shall I use it? Read the next one. Next line. Very powerful. Ayamatma nitya siddha pramane sati bhasate nadesham napi va kalam nasuddhim va papekshate. Ayam Atma, Nitya Siddha, Ayam Atma. Ayam. Please see that. That word itself will explain you. Ayam Atma. This self. Just play on that word itself, you will know. The meaning of the word Ayam. Ayam is what? Ayam in Sanskrit is this. Play with the word this. Anything nearer is this. Anything farther is that. Right? Anything farther is that. Nearer is this. That sun, this moon. The sun is far, no? That sun, this moon. That moon, this earth. That earth, this Asia continent. That Asia, this India. That India, this Tamil Nadu. That Tamil Nadu, this Tiruvannamalai. That Tiruvannamalai, this Adiyannamalai. That Adiyannamalai, this ashram, self-knowledge village. That ashram, this hall. See that this, how it has changed? That hall, this place. Now think of your place. That place, this body. That body, this sense organ, eyes. That eyes, this thought. That thought, don't say this consciousness, then will be another thought. Where, from which standpoint, everything is that, but this is that doesn't become this. From whose standpoint, everything is that. But itself never becomes this. The subject which is never available for objectification. The subject is the subject. I am. If you want to give it a name, Atma, your self-awareness. Nitya Siddha, eternally accomplished, ever existing. Nitya Siddha, ever existing. Ever existing as it is. Other things never exist as they are. Body never exists as it is. World never exists as it is. Sense organs never exist as it is. Thoughts don't exist as it is. Only one thing exists always as it is your self, the awareness. Pramane sati bhasate. When the words are used, saddha pramana here, with available 5 means of knowledge are no good. These 5 means of knowledge, your sound, ear, eyes, skin, nose, tongue are meant to give you perception of the outside world. They can't see things within. That is where the words, sabda, become the pramana. The teacher sees it. He uses the word, reveals the truth to you. You see it for yourself. Pramane sati bhasate. All that you have seen in the beginning stages so elaborately. But now just a repetition. You are revealed. Na desham, na kalam, na pi suddhim apekshate. It does not wait for time, right time, auspicious time, good time, bad time. Desha, good place, bad place, auspicious, inauspicious place. Any time, any place. You know what? He goes to the other extreme. Now, shuddhim apekshate does not depend upon your purity also. Forget purity, impurity. Who cares what thoughts you have? Be yourself. That type of strength. Why? Because I am not interested in what you have. I am interested in who you are. If you are who you are and nothing to do with what you have, does it matter what you have? I like you for who you are. What you have is not my problem. That is where absolute love, compassion comes from that. Even a crook is loved, accepted as it is. Anybody. Why? Because who he is, as who is me, who I am, one and the same. What he has, some problems, okay. Nor you are stunned by the accomplishment of a great person. He has that accomplishment. It's like telling, yesterday one policeman comes and tells me, oh, Swamiji, and he says, somebody is talking to me. I said, wait for some time. He says, no, the big boss is coming. Big boss, na? Some minister, some director general. I say, look. Just cool down a little. Before he occupied the post, what was he? The day he retire, will he be the same person? The people, the position is not coming here. Right? The person is coming here. And even the person comes here also, they should come as a person. They should not send one, rear guard, front guard, somebody coming and announcing. Are you coming as a person or you are coming as the Prime Minister? Prime Minister is not wanted here. What are we going to do with the Prime Minister? The person has a problem. The post has no problem. Just think. Not that therefore you are dismissing. No, it has a place. Somebody is a Prime Minister, somebody is a this, somebody is that. Fine, because we all play different roles in life. Tomorrow when I go there, I can say the teacher has come. What teacher? He is not my student. What teacher? If I have a requirement with the Prime Minister, I go to the person, to the Prime Minister. As a person, I have nothing to do with him because I have something to do with the PMO, Prime Minister's office. So tomorrow whoever sitting there, to him I talk, not to the last Prime Minister. Right? So positions always change. Pramane sati vasate. Where you are changeless. So na suddhimba apekshate. It doesn't matter what thoughts you have got. Swamiji, I have got so many bad experiences. How much? Some 5, 10 only. Infinity is capable of taking infinite stupid experiences. Don't worry. Only 5, 10, have some more and come. So I thought you are going to give me a lot of nonsense. You have got only 1 or 2 garbage inside you. That's so big deal. Don't worry. The trouble is people don't give it. They keep it with them. One day a person had come, he was telling Swamiji, you don't know what nonsense I have in my head. I said, why don't you do one thing? Give it to me. Really? I said, yes, give it to me. The trouble is, will you really give? You won't. You'll say, I'll give it to you. Then you go and, still there. What's still there? You gave. Now what is your giving? What are you still keeping? You give. That is why people really don't give away. They keep their sorrows a little with themselves. Why? Without it, they don't feel comfortable. Because once in a while, you must be miserable. No. Thoughts come. Giving means what? Don't worry about it again. When you give it to somebody, that doesn't mean thoughts disappear. It doesn't matter to me anymore. Finished. Na suddhim apekshate. You understand the powerful words? So what are you? No, I am purifying my body. Why? Because truth cannot stay in an impure place, Oh, I see. This is the type of garbage people give it to. Purify your body, or you must make your body so receptive so that it receives the holy truth. If my body can make that holy truth unholy, who is more powerful? If my mind can destroy the holiness or auspiciousness of the Absolute, then who is more powerful? If that instead of purifying me, I make it impure, right? Must be something wrong with you. Understand? Na suddhimba apekshate. No time, no place, no impurity or impurity. words are used, truth is revealed. Then you can ask a question. But so many times words are used. Why is that I have not seen? Prepare your mind. That is why preparation of the mind. If you are a smart person, what happens? If you are a sharp thinker, that is why thinking. If you are a sharp thinker, you ignore your thoughts. Because you are not come here to, you cannot escape coming with your package. But you are not interested in your package. Now you are interested in you. Understand? All these experiences I have gone through my body, mind, so many things are there. How does it matter? I know myself. There. Pramane sati vasati napekshati doesn't depend on anything. Okay? So therefore, one who knows that, we shall see in the afternoon, just read that verse, we shall see more of it. Please think over this. It's so powerful. There is no waiting for this knowledge. Like, think. In meditation, I have given you this. Listen. What are you waiting for? Are you listening? Listen. Average man will say, what? Swami, you are not talking. So listening means only to sound, huh? No silence. By habit, when I say listen, you are waiting for a sound. Can you not listen to silence? If you are stuck on the words, you shall wait for the words. Is it necessary to waiting for silence? Come on. Can you wait for silence? You can't wait for silence. You can only wait in silence. Same way. Be yourself. Shall you wait for a thought? You don't need a thought to be yourself. You need a thought to be a role. To play a role. Are you getting that? To play a role, you need your thoughts. Oh, but Swamiji, so many unwanted thoughts are there. How does it matter? You take the wanted thoughts. Whichever thought you want, you take that one. Oh, so difficult, so difficult. Are you not gone shopping? In a shopping, there are 100 vegetables. Which one you take? Which you want? What is the best shop you go? There are hundreds of vegetables. Whatever you choose. If you are such a prolific thinker, thousands of memories. Wonderful, let thousands come. Pick one, whichever you like best. So the presence of thought is not a problem. Absence of thought is not a relief. Unconditional. Unconditioned purity. Unconditional auspiciousness. There is no reason for it. You are it. Oh student, must be telling, be that all the time. Na niyama apeksha. Das deshakaladi niyamadi apeksha. Swabedaneka niyamadi apeksha. To be yourself, to know yourself, should you wait to fulfill conditions? Nothing. Be yourself all the time. When? Gachan, tishtan, swapan, shayano va. Walking, sitting down, running, moving, walking, singing, dancing, jumping, closing the eyes, opening the eyes, living, dying. Close your eyes. See more of it. Thank you, friends.